Hi there. Today's video is about how to get absorbed deep into the mind on path to enlightenment. Once you settle in the still part of the mind, start focusing on the breath. One pointed focus on the breath. First, you have to find the breath that is comfortable, natural. If it doesn't feel that way, adjust it, experiment with it till you find a way of in-breath and out-breath that's completely natural and completely at ease. Focus on it, 100%. Follow it, in-breath, out-breath, in-breath, out-breath. You will notice that it comes in and goes out at different parts of the body. It usually starts in lower parts of the body, around the navel, then moves up to the chest, throat, tip of the nose, and goes out at the top of the head. After a while, it usually settles in a certain area of the body. You're still focusing on a breath, following the breath, one pointed focus. Once the breath settles and is comfortable and natural in a certain area of the body, you bring it down into the heart. From that time on, you will experience it at the same time in the area where it's actually occurring in the heart. At the same time, you will start noticing a little white ball, white light that is growing and expanding till it suffuses everything, the whole body, and goes out everywhere. And you will feel as there is a shield all around you that's preventing all mental concepts of entering. It's like a fortress. The mind feels really strong and focused. A refuge, a true home. You're still focusing on a breath. You're bathed in this white light. And then the deeper and deeper you get absorbed into the mind, you sort of feel like you're pulled into it. The images start occurring, or might start occurring. Images of everyday things that you find in the so-called outside world. A tree, a cooking pot, a fence, a shoe. But the images that you see, like it's nothing like what you can possibly see with your eyes. They're completely close up, completely graphic and profound. This is where all the images originate, inside the mind. And then we experience them as being projected into the so-called outside world. You will also experience the sounds profoundly, like nothing you can possibly hear with your ears. The sound of the forest creek that forms a little waterfall, beautiful. Sounds of the birds. Sound of the fridge going off. And the smells, you can also experience very, very strong and distinct smells. This is where it all starts. This is where it all originates before being projected. And because there is no time and no space, it's all there. All at once. It's a wonderful experience. And the deeper you go, the more you get pulled into the still mind, or the more you get absorbed deep into the mind, the more images will come up. The images maybe of your previous lives, the images of past events or future events, because there is no time or space. All sorts. That's where clairvoyance resides, in the still part of the mind. But as long as there are images, there is still a certain, obviously, human conditioning involved, and some mistakes can occur, some misinterpretations. But once we go then even deeper, there are no more images. No more images. We are shedding all the human conditioning, and we are uniting and merging with the mind. Realizing that that's what we always were, the mind, the pure mind. Everything there is. All these experiences happen gradually, step by step, over a period of time. But they're all waiting for you there. From the moment you settle inside the still mind, focus on the breath, and then progress steadily, with patience, with perseverance. Wonderful things you will experience. And you will understand more and more how the so-called outside world and the so-called body and the so-called universe and everything else comes to be, where it all originates. There will be no doubt in your mind anymore because you will experience it firsthand, directly. That's why I always say, practice, practice, practice. Everything is based on experience, personal experience. You cannot replace it with anything else, with any scripture, with any knowledge from other people. It's not about knowledge, it's about knowing about what is, about how it all happens. This is from me for today. Take care. Bye-bye.